Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Gio Perez, and I'm here with Steven Reich and Jose Siquina, and we're going to be talking about is competitive martial art practical for street defense. So, what do you guys think? An art like Taekwondo, I would say, an art like Taekwondo that focuses on more on tournaments and competition for forms. What do you guys think? How would they do in the street in a real situation? Do you think it would actually be practical?
Well, Taekwondo is really depending on what you're wearing. I mean, if you're wearing really tight pants, how are you going to do all those kicks?
Yeah, like the main kick is right. You wait for it, you wait till it's open, you go straight to the face. And I think a kick to the face, like you said, with the type of clothing that you wear in the streets, it might be a little hard to do that.
And plus, what I've seen is they're not able to strike in the face.
Right? They don't practice. They practice with their hands down to block.
Right. They're only using pretty much legs. So, I think, one of the things that matters when you're in the street is timing. So whether if you're actually going to strike somebody, it only takes one strike.
Yeah.
Right? Like an elbow or a kick or anything. So I think the timing of what they're doing, I think it's very important. It's necessary within the street. Do I think it will go? It will pass a certain time when you're actually fighting. I don't know, unless you're actually going to be fighting somebody that knows certain martial arts. But now, everybody you talk to, everybody's practicing martial arts. Everybody knows something.
The Krav Maga.
Everybody knows something.
They all know a little of everything.
Yeah. So, but most parents, when they bring their kids in, they'll put them into an art that's like a Taekwondo art because they actually have a very good structure when it comes to teaching kids.
Right.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's one of the first things that I did when I was younger. Taekwondo. It's just a really known sport, I guess, and that's the first one you do. I would think, unless you get into it's an Olympic sport. So. But I think like in the street, unless you're fighting somebody that doesn't really know much, I think it's going to be effective either way. But when you're fighting somebody that knows.
But you've seen videos of street fights. Have you seen videos? Yeah. How much does it take to win a street fight?
A couple of good shots.
Like one shot, two shots, and they're done. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I think the most important thing is that timing. Right? When somebody's going to approach you, is that timing. Right. And I think...
Well, Taekwondo does have good timing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You see, when you're doing some sort of competition, martial art competition, that's what you focus on. Because they're coming in, so you're timing it. Right. So would I think it would be practical? You know what? I think my grandma will be practical. You know what I mean?
You have good timing.
If she has good timing, right? Yeah. That's what I believe. Yeah. Do I think if...
So then it really doesn't matter what martial art it is as long as you have a good timing.
I believe so. What do you think? that's what we're discussing here. Yeah. What other forms of martial arts are also competitive? Jiu-jitsu, judo, right?
Boxing.
If somebody's grabbing, let's say if you get a brawler that wants to punch you, if that person has no experience whatsoever when it comes to grappling or grabbing, they're going to lose, man.
Well, I think it also deals with the surroundings. That plays in. If you have a confined area to fight in, kicks aren't going to be as effective as maybe some short range.
That's
weapons,
true. So let's say if somebody grabs you to the floor and all you have is Taekwondo experience or kicking experience, then good luck.
Good luck.
Right.
Good luck. But if you have a close I would say like face to face type of competitive form, then you're going to survive. You're going to be able to get out of it because you already know how to handle that, with somebody,
close
against somebody.
Yeah.
Like a person that knows jiu-jitsu or boxing, then you're able to do that. But if they take it, let's say if somebody that grabs you, or you're trying to find somebody that knows judo, it's not even the grab. It's actually your landing. Because as soon as they throw you, man, they're practicing on mats that are soft, and that's now. Before they used to practice on mats that were made out of bamboo, so they were getting, they would feel that shot. Right. So imagine somebody throwing you in an actual street encounter, and you land on the concrete.
Yeah, that would be pretty effective.
You didn't have to. The floor knocked you out.
Yeah,
yeah.
So the timing you're talking about. Taekwondo against somebody that has another experience, or
I think any competitive form, as long as because you're trying to get that timing and you're trying to get that flow in.
It's about the counter.
Yes, once somebody attacks you in the street, if you have that down, I don't think it matters. I think because it only takes 1 or 2 shots to bring somebody down. Mm-hmm. So if you practice your craft, you practice 1 or 2, 3 things real good. That's all you need. What else?
So whether it's Taekwondo, but I think once you go into a specific scenario like close encounters, I think it's going to be important which martial arts you know.
Plus, people could be on drugs. Like, you may not want to get that close to them.
You don't want to.
I mean, I remember,
the best thing is not to fight.
Well, yeah, but sometimes, that's why you may want to use I want to keep them there. I don't want this guy any closer. Like, I remember asking a bouncer, because he was like a cooler, professional bouncer, and I asked him, how about elbows? Do you use a lot of elbows? They're like twice as strong as a fist. Seems like it would make sense to use a lot of elbows on the street. And he said, yeah, well, I don't like having to get that close. He's like, yeah, if I have them where I want them, I might throw in an elbow, but you have to get a lot closer to your opponent to use that elbow. So even though it's a practical weapon, there's having to, get in that guy's face, which isn't a comfortable place to be.
Right. Well, if you really think about it, I mean, you're, in martial arts, you want to use your longest weapon to your closest target. Yeah. And that would be, your sidekick to the knee.
Yeah.
And that's when you start developing yourself and actually,
I think it would be good. I think a Taekwondo, I don't know, face kick, I think it would be good to practice trying to do that in a close encounter. That'll be a good practice.
It would look really cool.
Imagine on a plane.
When I was in junior high, I got in a fight with 3 bullies. Okay, and I remember I came out, and the first thing I got was I got hit in the face. I think I was lucky. I had a strong jaw. I didn't get knocked out. But most people, when they're the first ones to strike, and if they get you, man, if you get knocked out, you're going to get beat up in the floor.
Rings your bell.
So, but I did it. I actually got hit in the face. Boom. I felt it. And I was able to actually, it got me mad, and I just remember just beating up this guy. I remember pushing the other guy against the wall and actually giving him a face kick. I remember the crowd going, wow, did you see that karate kick? So it was pretty cool, wow. And then they ran away like the movies. But
at that point, it wasn't more of a competitive thing where it wasn't about the single strike. It was more about, I think, your knowledge of knowing how to fight, with techniques, different ways of doing it. The other guy used more of the competitive side, where it would be like one single strike, you're out. Yeah. So maybe it doesn't work unless you have a strong jaw or weak jaw.
I guess you never know who you're gonna face, but is competitive effective? I would say yes.
Well, the techniques are for sure.
Yes, I would say yes.
It's just a matter of application. Really,
that's it. Yes.
I would say yes towards somebody that is doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Right. Well, I would also, there's something about consensual fighting versus, a street fight. Nobody consents to a street fight, and nobody consents to how far that fight's going to go, you know? So, even if you fight 12 rounds in the ring and you get your, beat to a bloody pulp, you consented to do that. You signed a waiver or whatever to fight with these people. In the street, there's one round. There's just... Right,
in the street, you're not talking about somebody knowing just how to punch. I mean, you're talking about knives, you're talking about guns, you're talking about anything. Anything that's laying around. I mean, rock, anything. And I think that's when martial art comes into play, because now you are aware of these things. Now, if you're not aware of these things happening, that's when it becomes, that's when you're going to have a problem. Because it's the unexpected that's actually what will do more damage, because you don't expect something.
That's when timing is important.
Broken rhythm, as Bruce Lee used to say.
Yeah. So that's it, man. So you know what? I want to thank you guys for tuning into our show. I hope you like this topic. Let us know what you think about it. Comment down below. Tell us what you think. Leave me a comment, leave Steve a comment, or Jose. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys. And you can also follow me at LAMAfighters.com. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.